So guys, welcome to another video, and we've come somewhere different today. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission and we've come to Southbourne Beach. Never fished here before, but the mission is to catch a small-eyed ray. Never caught one before, and by all accounts this is the place to do it. Southbourne Beach. Now I've parked up, but I've got to try and get down there somehow. And having a little go left and right, it looks like I've got to scale this massive cliff without a harness and a crash helmet. So wish. Here we are. We are on the beach. There's the sea. Bit of waveage crashing about. And that's that massive cliff that I've just scaled with all my tackle on my back. Check me out. Used to be a mountain goat before my life. So guys, we have made it unscathed. I am so excited for this session, I really am. I've been doing my homework. I've been pestering a certain Mr Bagnall and working out all these little tips and tricks. You've only got to watch this Christchurch Angling video channel, but we have been bouncing a few messages backwards and forwards just about rigs and stuff, and he's been a bit of a legend, to be fair. But here we are, I'm here, actually here, Southbourne Beach for the first time, and out there somewhere there's small-eyed rays floundering around on the sand. And I'm going to hope to catch one and get it up here and show you guys. And it would be my first ever small-eyed ray, if we can catch one. Please, fish gods. So I've got here quite early. It's about 5:30. I think high tide's about sort of 11 o'clock tonight or something like that. So it's early. Not quite sure what the tide's doing. It might well be going out still. And then it's going to turn and come back up. So as I said, I'm really early, but I don't mind being really early. It's a new venue, it's like a little bit of a mini holiday, but there's a problem, as with most holidays. It's this stuff here, sand. I don't think I've ever fished on sand. It's going to get everywhere in between your toes and stuff. Obviously not toes, so I've got wellies on, but yeah. I've seen a few videos, I've seen loads of videos of people fishing down this way. I've got lots of friends who fish down this way, and I thought, it looks like good fishing down there. Different species to what I've fished for, so fantastic. Tick a few off the list. But then I've always in the back of my mind thought, sod that sand. But here we are. We're going to give it a go. So I've got, like I say, I've got plenty of time, plenty of bait. What baits have we got? Let's have a little look at the baits, shall we? I've got a box of squid for wrapping stuff. I've got a food flask with chunks of bluey in, bluey sections. As I always say, keep them in flasks, keep them frozen. They're not so mushy when you come to baiting up, and when you go home, they're still not defrosted, so you're not re-thawing them all the time. And I've got 2 more food flasks full up with sand eels. So I've got, I think, plenty of bait, but I'm not going to kick the arse out of it straight away. I'm going to go sensible to start with. Maybe put a couple of Bagnall bars out at range with single sand eels on until we get the flood back up, and then up and drop into the gully. We'll play it by ear as the session goes on. But then waves are really crashing. Got a bit of a proper sea on. Bit of a washing machine in the edge there, so we've got to be careful when playing fish if we've managed to get that far. But I'm going to put 2 rods together now. Think about digging out a couple of rigs, get myself sorted and have a little go. Proper excited. So I'm in a bit of a hurry now. Just have a quick look. and I worked it out completely wrong before. The high tide is actually at 8:20, and being that it's 5:30 now, it's well on the flood. So I do not want to be messing about. I want to be getting these rods baited up, rigged up and baited up, and get them out there. Because I'm eating into time. So, I've got everything hanging up so that I don't get sand on it. I've got a phobia. Let's get a couple of sand hills out. Nice. 208. Give you a snood a good stretch. Some kinks out, especially if you're using something like amnesia. That's ready to go out. Just get it out. Well, the rods are out there. Didn't particularly get them very far, but we'll see how the first cast goes. Watch them rod tips and see what happens. Fingers crossed. Wish me luck. We're doing it. Target achieved, first cast, get in there! Guys, I've done it, first chuck. I am so happy with that. It's a little one, but it's a start, and it's my first small-eyed ray, and I am so pleased. That was a Bagnall bar, probably out about 80 or 90 yards, with a single sand eel and a little bit squid. I looked up and it was back. I thought I had trouble with the grippers, so I tightened it up, flicked back again, done it a couple of times, and I thought, well, maybe there's a fish on there, and there was. Fantastic. Let's get him back in the water. Guys, what a start. I put two rods out, I had a couple of Bagnall bars ready to go, so I quickly put one on each rod, sand eel and a little bit of squid, and fired them both out. While they were out there, I was sorting out my 3-hook flapper because I wanted to fish one in close with a 3-hook flapper with sand in on each one and one out at range. And when I looked up, the tip was straight. So I went and wound it down and it kept flicking back up again. So I lifted into it and I felt it pull back a couple of times. How exciting. First small-eyed ray, I'm so excited, I'm so chuffed with that. And anyone that knows me will say, old Jamie Stew's done it again, first chuck. Unbelievable. It is so lovely as well. There's a big old moon's just risen and the sun is on its way down now. And the tide's on its way up. And there's small-eyed rays in front of me. Oh, that's fantastic. If we don't catch another fish, it doesn't matter, I'm made. If we can get another one, then brilliant. If we can get a slightly bigger one, fantastic. I'm just keeping an eye on these rods now. See what else we can catch. Proper chuffed. Glad I made the effort to come down here. It's about an hour and 5 minutes it took me to get here. So a little bit of a trek. But oh boy, is it worth it. Yes. So as you can see, it's dark now. And I've had 3 casts on each rod. And we've had nothing since that first fluky ray. So it's a little bit quiet at the moment. They're out there. What I've got is I've got quite big rollers coming over in the edge, and even though I've got the rods up quite high, they're still catching the line. So every now and again the rod's just pinging, and it's making me think I'm getting bites. But I've got a feeling as soon as something dislodges that lead, it will flick back, same as that first fish did. So I'm kind of waiting for that. Both rods have sort of got a good bend in them. I'm just waiting for one of them to flick back. That seems to be the classic sort of grey bite, and especially for down here. But yeah, I've got one out about 40 yards, right hand rod, and it's got 3 1/0s on. 1 below the lead, 2 above, 2 foot snoods with a single sand eel on each one. And the left hand rod's got the Bagnall bar on it with the pennel, single sand eel and a strip of squid, and that one's out at range. And I'm just going to keep them 2 rods going the same. And hopefully, fingers crossed, something else will come along. Like I say, it's just got dark now. It's not pitch black yet, but it's probably 10 minutes away from being pitch black. So maybe after dark a few more fish will come out on the prowl, hopefully. But it's lovely down there. There's less dog walkers now. There's quite a few people earlier, but it seems like the dog walkers are sticking to the path, so they're far enough away. So if I've got a baited rig, I'm not going to have too many problems, I don't think. I've just got to keep my wits about me. Because one fella just come through underneath the rods with a little dog and he comes sniffing around. Just had to lift the rig up until he sort of wandered off, and then I was okay again. So I definitely got to have my wits about me. But yeah, chilled. Got 15 minutes left on the timer for these rods. So I'm going to sit and watch the rod tips and see if I can decipher a bite. I don't want to bring my head down too low because I've got my headlamp on. Just lighting up my rod tips, keeping an eye on them. But they're very, very quiet at the moment. Got 1 in close, 1 out at range. Got all bases covered. Good fresh baits on. The tide's well on its way up. And it's quiet. It's looking more and more like I was so lucky to get that fish early on. Just to take the pressure off. The longer the session goes on, the more twitchy you get, the more desperate you get, the more you think, maybe it's not going to happen. But it's absolutely lovely. What a spot. So it's 8 o'clock and it's all very, very quiet on the rod tips. We did have a little rattle on that right hand rod close in last cast, and that was where I put half a sand eel and a little strip of squid on each hook. When it came in, there was no fish on there and all the little strips of squid were gone, so I've got a feeling there was some waiting or something down there just having a little tug or a pull. I managed to get them off. But it's back out again now. Again, very, very quiet. It's 8 o'clock now. I was about 20 minutes away from high water. So I'm wondering if I might fish better on the ebb, over high. Really don't know. We shall have to see. I'm in no rush, to be fair, to go home. I've got plenty of bait. I'm going to stick to my guns with one in close and one out far. And I've probably got until about 11 o'clock, midnight. And then an hour back. I can do that. So, yeah, I'm quite happy to sit it out and see if we can bore out another one. We fluked one out, let's see if we can bore one out now. And to be fair, the sand, I thought I was going to have nightmares about the sand. But it's really not that bad. I'm managing to sort of hang towels inside the shelter. I've got my bucket there with everything on the lid and the little bit that goes inside the bucket off the sand. And I'm managing to bait up with the chopping board on my knees, and I can bait up and watch the rods at the same time. So got it pretty sorted. Just need another fish. Dogfish would be nice, anything. Just to know that there's some out there. The moon is absolutely gorgeous. It's just got one of them like moon bows around it, the rings. Absolutely stunning. There's no people around. Yeah, perfect. Just need more on the rod tips. I feel like I'm starting to sound a bit like a broken record. It's 8:30. 2 more fresh baits out. I'm giving these 25 minutes and I'm switching them up. Next one on the left hand rod, I'm actually going to try a bluey and squid wrap. Just to, again, mix things up a little bit. But I'm fishing alternately on the right hand rod. On the flapper I'm fishing the whole sand eel, and the next one half sand eel, strip of squid, and I'm just rotating those, and I'm not even getting any knocks on there. It's very, very quiet. There's not much about at the moment. It's just the other side of high tide now, so we're going to start fishing the ebb soon, and hopefully something comes along. If we get a whiting or a dogfish, it'll be, at least there's something happening, you know. But I can't complain. I've ticked off the target early, which is a good thing. But I'm fishing well. I feel like I'm fishing well. And I've made the effort to come down here, so it would be nice to get 1 or 2 more. So we just have to sit it out and see. It's 9:30. And the rods haven't moved for hours. I came so far. Caught a fish, I know I caught a fish. And I'm chuffed. And that was the target. And we done it really early. But I want another fish. Anything. But it's not happening. It's 9:30 now. And the rods are just motionless. Just pinging every now and again with the waves crashing on them, and that's it. But I've just mixed it up. I've tried The 3 hook flappers in close. I've tried the Bagnall bar out far, mixing them up, switching them up every 20-25 minutes. Got Bluey out there now, Bluey and squid wrap, but it's not happening. Now, considering we ticked off the fish that we wanted to catch early, I'm under no pressure to flog a dead horse. So I'm thinking, considering I've got to get back up that cliff that I had sailed down earlier with all my tackle on my back and drive an hour home, and it's starting to get a little bit chilly and I'm starting to get a little bit hungry. Oh, I've got a flask of coffee there and I completely forgot. Happy days. Anyway, I'm going to have a cup of coffee. That's a new breakthrough. Cup of coffee, see out these 2 rods that are out there, and I think I might call it a day then. If I hadn't caught anything, then I might have been tempted to stay a bit longer, but the tide's well on its way out. Yeah, I think so. Cup of coffee, see out these rods, and then might see about getting packed up and scaling that cliff. So that's it for me, gang. It's 10 o'clock now. I've wound the rods in, put all the rigs away, rods are put away. All I've got to do now is put the tripod away in the shelter and then get back up that mountain. And if I make it to the top unscathed, then we've got an hour's drive. And I've got a couple of snacks in the car as well, so I'm quite looking forward to getting back and having a little nibble. But thanks for following the journey, as always. We fished somewhere new. We targeted a species and we caught it. So it was a successful trip, 100%. We have gone about 4 hours there without a bite, which is a little bit disheartening when you come this far. But from what I can gather, I don't think it's fishing that well for anybody at the moment. So I'm going to keep my ear to the ground, and I'm going to find out when it picks up again, and then get myself back down there again, because it's an absolutely fantastic venue. It's gorgeous, I love it. And I want to catch some more of those rays, because those are absolutely gorgeous. Moon's still shining, nice and bright, and it's reflecting off the waves that are crashing in the surf. It just looks awesome. Such a lovely place to be. But tomorrow, I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. I've got the option to go tomorrow or Tuesday. I might pop back down Eastney and see if we can get that thornback, because last week we had the spotty and the undulate. We've had the small eye today. If we can get down Southsea and have a thornback, that's practically all the rays that you can get in our little neck of the woods. Can get blondes down here, I believe, but they're a little bit more rare. Something maybe that we'll target at some point. But I'm going to stop waffling. I've got quite a bit to do still, quite a bit of trekking to do, and then quite a journey. So thanks so much for watching. Tight lines, be good, stay lucky, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.